everyone, it's Nezzle. Welcome back to my channel Nezzle and to another Nezzle Talks Tuesday video. In today's video, I am bringing you part 2 to last week's video, which was all about reasons why people cheat. So in last week's video, I gave you guys a myriad of reasons why people may cheat. And so in today's video, I'm going to talk a bit more about what cheating is exactly, how you can deal if you have been cheated on, or if you are the person who is doing the cheating. And I'm also going to talk a bit briefly on open relationships because that is something that I was asked about in the comment section of last week's video. And I thought that it would be a bit interesting to include in here for hopefully a bit of discussion under today's video. Now, also in last week's video, I made 2 disclaimers and I want to quickly repeat them before I go into today's video just so that you are clear. 1 is that cheating is wrong, and 2, if you have been cheated on, it is not your fault. So I hope that that is clear. If you enjoyed this video, then please thumbs it up so that I will know. Leave a comment in the comment section. You can say whether you agree or disagree. I know that this is a very controversial topic. I got lots of comments last week with some person saying cheating is a way of life and other people agreeing that cheating is wrong. So comment below so we can chat some more. I love chatting with you guys. And if you have not yet subscribed to this channel, then I think that this is an awesome time to do so because I post these Nezzle Talks on Tuesdays and I post vlogs on Fridays. So on Fridays, I show you what my life in Grenada is like. I take you to different spots in Grenada and all of that awesomeness. And on Tuesdays, I do these talks for you where I talk about things that you guys ask me to talk about. So subscribe and hit the notification bell so you don't miss any future videos. Plus, I'm posting bonuses right now. So for the next few weeks, there are going to be bonuses on the channel. So make sure you have your notifications on. So all of that aside, we're talking about cheating today. And we're first going to talk about what is cheating. Because last week's video, I went straight into it and I didn't say what cheating is. I mean, we all know what cheating is, but I wanted to give a definition either way. So cheating is when an individual who is in a romantic relationship with another individual does something which causes that other individual to question the relationship. So usually it is a breach of trust. So they do something to break that trust in the relationship and make the next party question their level of commitment to the relationship, the amount of love that they have for that person, and how much they value the person as well as the relationship. Now, this is just a general definition of cheating, and cheating can encompass both emotional cheating as well as physical cheating in, like kissing, hugging, actual sexual relations, all of that. But I do want to make one thing clear, and that is that you define what cheating is for you. Meaning that what may be cheating for me may not be cheating for you, and vice versa. So, before you get into a relationship, and yes, I said before you get into a relationship, talk to your partner and find out what they consider cheating to be. Or I should say a potential partner. Ask them what they consider cheating to be, and you tell them what you consider cheating to be. Make sure you're on the same page. Because they may say, oh, cheating is kissing. You might say, what? Cheating is not kissing. Cheating is making out. Or cheating is having sex with someone else. So have that conversation so that you know what each person expects, so that you know what to do, what not to do, what will lead to that broken trust, and what will not. I also highly recommend defining the relationship. And when I say define the relationship, make it clear from the beginning what your relationship is. Are you exclusive? Is this a monogamous relationship? Are you seeing other people or no? Because that is a big part of whether or not someone is cheating on you. Because if you're not exclusive, then you cannot rationally have expectations of fidelity. So it is important to know. If you don't know, you may be there feeling all those feelings and saying that this person is cheating on you when they do not think that they're in a relationship with you. And so in their mind, they're not doing anything wrong. So define the relationship and define what cheating is to you so that from the beginning, you know what to expect. So, okay, you've done all of that, or maybe you haven't, but you're in a relationship now and you've been cheated on and you feel like your world is falling apart. I have been there. I know how terrible it is to have that trust broken, to know that you gave so much time and love and everything to this person, and then they turned around and did something with someone else, or gave their heart to someone else, or whatever the situation is for you. It hurts. So, how do you respond in such a situation? Well, first, you need to take time to really think about how you feel about what has happened. And yes, I know, thinking about how you feel may sound weird, but how do you feel? Think about it. How has this revelation affected you? How do you think you're going to be able to deal with this? How are you going to be able to move forward from this? Is this the first time that this has happened? Or has it happened before? And is it the first time that this has happened with this particular person? Is it just that you've been cheated on a lot before? So even though this person has done it one time, you are extremely angry with this person for this one incident? Or is it a case where this person has cheated on you on numerous occasions? And there are so many layers to cheating that it can be a really difficult topic to discuss. There is the whole factor of if you've been cheated on before, but not by the person that has just cheated on you. If this person that has cheated on you has cheated on other people before, if this is your first time being cheated on and the first time that the person has cheated, all of those factors will influence how you respond to the cheating. But you do want to think about how you feel and you want to respond rationally as you can. There will be the temptation to slap a person, to punch them, to say all the worst things in the world, but you don't want to do anything that will negatively affect you in the long run or that will negatively affect that person because you don't know the reason that they cheated. And while there's no real reason that excuses the behavior, the reality is that that other person had a reason that was good enough for them. And so you want to just assess the situation from your standpoint and decide what is your best course of action based on it. So firstly, is this the first time that this person has cheated? Is this the first time this person has cheated on you? Very important question because people make mistakes. And while it can be easy to say, hey, they cheat, leave, which is what I have said in the past to people, it may not necessarily be the most forgiving way to be or the most rational, but I can understand that way of thinking that you are betrayed, you are hurt, and you just want to get rid of this person. But if it's the first time, then maybe there should be room for a bit of grace. Because people make mistakes, especially if it's the first time they have ever cheated. If they've cheated on other people but just not on you, then I still say to be very cautious because it could just mean that that's a part of their personality that didn't come out until now, or maybe not their personality per se, but it's a habit of theirs that didn't come out until now, and now it's coming out, and so you need to be aware of that. And it is something to look at as a warning sign, especially if you're not yet married to this person. That even if you are married to this person, it's something to be cautious of. But look to see if this is a recurring behavior. If it is a first-time offense, then see how you can work on it in counseling. See a relationship therapist, work through the issues that you have in your relationship or your marriage so that you can hopefully improve and make your marriage better. Sometimes these setbacks can actually be a setup for something so much greater in your marriage or in your relationship. So don't necessarily discount it and just let the relationship go, but just be aware of if this is a one-time thing or if this is a regular thing. Because if it's a regular thing, then it could just say that this person is not about commitment in general. If it's a regular thing for all persons, and if it's a regular thing that they're doing to you, then you need to ask yourself how much this person values you if they continue to put you in this position. And then you need to ask yourself how much you value yourself for continuing to stay in that position that they've put you in. So you want to make sure that you know your worth because you tell people how to treat you and you set the tone for what is acceptable and not acceptable in terms of how you should be treated. So make it clear that you are worthy and that you are valuable and that you know that you're worthy and valuable. so that they don't treat you any which way and think that you should accept it. It would also be very important for you to work on rebuilding the trust that has been lost, because with infidelity comes loss of trust. This person has betrayed you. You may have trouble believing what they say in the future. So trust needs to be rebuilt, and trust takes time to be rebuilt. So that party needs to be willing to give you that time to work on it, and you need to take the time to work on it. So don't be too quick to just run to get back to things as normal. Things as normal is what led to the infidelity in the first place. So change the normal, create a new normal. If it's a situation where, as I said, it's a first time offense and you're choosing to work on it, then change the normal. Figure out what has gone wrong in the relationship or in the marriage and make it better. But if it's a regular occurrence, then you need to decide if this is something that you're going to keep accepting or if this is time for you to leave. There's a lot more I can say on this, but I don't want this to be too long. And I also want to address the flip side of it. In that if you are the person who is having difficulty committing, then I also want to encourage you to take some time to address why it is that you're having difficulty. And this is only for if you see that this is an issue and you want to change it. Because of course, if you don't see any issue with it and you just believe that that's a way of life, then this will not be valuable information to you because you don't want to change it. But if you struggle with committing and you want to be able to commit and be faithful, then look within yourself. Seek some counseling to figure out what happened in your earlier life, in your childhood, in your previous relationships, what happened at any point in your life to get you to this point now where you're having trouble committing, especially if you know that you have deep feelings for the person and you just find yourself unable to remain faithful to them. Then spend some time really figuring out why you struggle in this way. If it is just a situation where you are not ready to commit yet, maybe you feel you are young and you're not ready to just be with one person, or whatever the case may be, then I highly recommend being honest and upfront at the beginning. So at that stage of defining what cheating is and defining the relationship, let it be known the type of relationship that you are looking for. And let that person make the conscious decision to say yay or nay to your proposal. Not marriage proposal, obviously. But yeah, yay or nay to what you are offering. So are they okay with the type of relationship that you're offering where maybe you are not the only person they are seeing, or are they not okay with it? Also, try to be very, very clear that this is not a you can change me situation, because lots of girls or females can sometimes, or maybe even the other way around, lots of persons can sometimes think that they can change this person. So whether it be a man or a woman says to them, hey, I am not looking for anything serious. And they say, sure, I understand. But then they start to want something serious. And that's a natural thing. It's a natural thing that happens. I have been in situations like that when I was younger and thought, hey, I don't really need anything serious. And then you start to change your opinion on it. So let it be very, very clear from the beginning so that the person cannot be, or I shouldn't say cannot, but the person should not be upset when you actually stick to what you said you wanted or did not want. But speaking now to the person who is choosing to accept a situation like that, I will encourage you to assess why it is that you're willing to accept it. Is it a situation where you also want to see other people, in which case you're both on the same page? Or is it a situation where you are only accepting this agreement because you like this person so much and so you're willing to accept anything they offer? Because if it is the latter, then it points to a low self-esteem and some things that you need to work on in your own life. But I just want to quickly state that I do not personally think that open relationships are the way to go. I think that the reality is that people catch feelings, as they say. People often start off thinking that they are cool and comfortable with a relationship with no strings, but some strings come out at some point. You see strings, right? So people develop feelings. It is a natural thing that happens. And so you want to make sure that you don't set yourself up for failure. And so usually in open marriages or open relationships, there's one party that wants it more than the other, and the other person is just agreeing to please the one. And a lot of hurt can be taking place in these situations because it is not what both parties fully want. So I don't think they really work. I know that it can be a solution. Some people see it as a solution, but you need to know if you are a relationship person or not. Because unless you live in a part of the world where you practice polygamy and you have grown up in that lifestyle, if you grew up in a monogamous nation, then you are conditioned to believe that you will be with one person and receive love and give love to this one person. And having to share that love is not the natural thing. So I don't recommend open marriages or open relationships. If you do and you think it works, then do you. But I personally don't. I don't think that they solve the problem. I think that they create a new problem. And I don't think that they are very easy to sustain. At some point, one party starts to feel some level of jealousy or remorse or some other negative feeling towards the other person because of the time that they're spending with another person that they wish was being spent with them, or whatever the situation is. So for me, it's a no for open relationships. They may work for some people, but generally speaking, I don't think they do. So I hope that this video was helpful and not confusing. It was a very difficult topic to talk on, I will admit, because there's so many complexities when it comes to cheating, and there is so much that can be said on the topic, honestly. And I keep feeling like maybe I didn't say all that I need to say. This is honestly like the third time I'm trying to record this video because I kept feeling like I either was confusing or I just didn't say what I wanted to say. So I really, really hope that I did and that you can identify with the things I spoke about. And if you enjoyed it, then please thumbs it up because I worked really hard on this and my throat feels kind of dry right now. So thumbs it up, leave a comment, let us chat about it. Let me know your thoughts on it, you know, this whole cheating thing, open relationships, all of it. Let's just chat and subscribe if you're new to the channel. I would love to welcome you. My voice is going. I would love to welcome you to the Nezzle fam. So thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye.